You seems like you upset a few people down south this week, the Crows particularly.
What can I say about that? I was asked a question on radio, to which I gave a hypothetical answer. If the player was interested in returning home, then of course we would talk to him. So I think people would be better off just to have a close listen to the answer I gave for that question rather than shooting from the hip, because it was not my intention to upset the Adelaide Crows Footy Club. I just gave a hypothetical answer to a question.
Did it surprise you that the force of the reaction from Don though?
Oh, I don't really know. I can't really answer that question. That's sort of a question that he has to answer, not me.
What about the... I wasn't going on this theme.
I thought we were playing Melbourne this weekend.
No, but you know, the shoe's on the other foot. People come up here and pluck players with impunity year after year, talk about Brisbane Lions players off contract. You went through it this year with Shaki. Must be nice to be seen as a potential destination club.
Yeah, it is. And, hopefully the reputation of our football club has changed. And the AFL is a very competitive business, and every club is trying to improve their list. And most clubs will go as hard as they can to do that. And that is what we will do.
How do you find we deal with it as an industry, Chris? Like Hamo said, you went through it with Shaki, and people seem to get their nose out of joint quite quickly when players are off contract or debated about whether they're going to be traded or not. Do you think we handle it well as an industry?
I think we handle it well when we're the chasers. We don't handle it so well when we're the victims or whatever. So, but we all choose to be the chasers often. All clubs do.
How motivated is the team after that big win to make it 2 in a row, get 2 in a row this season?
Oh, we're motivated to win every week, and every time we've won a game, we've been motivated to try and make it 2 in a row. It's been a while since we've done that, but it's certainly something in the back of people's minds. But it's just more important that we go out on the MCG this week against Melbourne, who are a team who look like they're going to make finals, and we put on a good performance. We want to finish off the season strongly. We've been talking about that for a while. I think so far we've done that. We've got 2 weeks to continue that process, and hopefully we can.
Would that be an important step forward for this team?
Oh, it's not the be all and end all. It'd be great if we can take it, but not something that we're hanging our hats on necessarily going forward. We know we've improved, so the next two weeks hopefully just confirm that a little bit more.
How much motivation is there in potentially avoiding the spoon if you can? You've got it set up pretty well, I think, these last couple of weeks. You have improved a lot as a side this year. Would that sort of feel better to not have the spoon on the back of that?
The players definitely don't want the wooden spoon, so that's a motivation for them. But that's not entirely in our hands either, because there's 2 or 3 other teams that are involved in that particular challenge, and we don't control the results that they have this weekend, albeit we do get the opportunity to play North next week. But who knows whether that'll be a meaningful rubber or not, because we've got games to play this weekend.
If you win both, you're off though. I guess that's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. That would be the good part, and it'd be nice if it would go that way.
I think Melbourne have to win their last 2 to sort of firm up finals for them. Would it be nice to spoil their chances?
Oh, it always is, We're not going to go out there on the weekend and just hand it to them because they haven't played in the finals for a while. We want to make it as hard and as tough for them as we can.
It's a long rebuild, Chris, but would getting off the bottom be a successful season for you?
I don't think it's about ladder position. It's about so many other things. It's about the culture of your footy club. It's about how many quarters you can win. It's about points for, points against. It's about the development of your players individually. It's all of those things. It's probably less about the ladder and where you finish. It's more about those things internally that we already know.
Witherden's Hanny wasn't too bad then. by the sounds. He just missed a week and he's
No,
back.
no, it was more of a cramp, I think, and a very minor bit of damage to his hamstring. So we took a cautionary approach last week. He was pretty keen to play in the game last week, but we left him out being a young fella. So he's trained strongly this week and been able to force his way back into the team.
What kind of things off the field do you think need to happen for the Lions for it to make it one of those destination clubs, to make it a place that players really want to come to?
Oh, gee, it's another question that you could take a long time to answer. I think you know what I think. One of the really important things is word of mouth and your reputation and what people are saying and players are thinking about you elsewhere within the competition. So a lot of it works that way, and I think the drums are beating reasonably loudly that we're a decent place to come to and play footy at.
What about on that theme, what about the brand of your football at the moment? It's exciting, and the wins and losses, the method really doesn't change a lot. It's just whether the execution stands up under pressure. But we recognise what we're going to get for Brisbane pretty consistently now, and we can't have said that for 5 years about this footy club.
Yeah, well, that's certainly been one of our aims this year, to play a recognisable brand of footy that entertains people and has the capacity to win matches. And I feel that with our young group, as we mature and grow together and play more football together, we'll get better at applying that method and hopefully win more games of football.
Are your players walking just a little bit taller now that perception maybe has changed quite a bit over the last few months? I'm sure they probably sense it too.
They're certainly enjoying their football. They like coming to the club. If you hear the banter from them, they're actually a little bit disappointed that the season's about to finish because it feels like things are just starting to gel together. So yeah, but that's a good way to end a football season, I think, and provides not only the players but our supporters and members great optimism.